Okay, to start, I would like you to tell me about your week, about the activity you uploaded. And I haven't had the chance to take a look in this week. I'm going to assess that, but it would be nice you to tell me something about it. And in the case of Jenny, for example, please tell me something about your courses in the online community. And the Valeria and Andrea, something about your schools, the foundation or the school that we assign you for the practice, etc. Hi, have you heard something?
Yes, yes, I heard.
Okay.
uh, okay, well, in my case, um, as you know, I haven't had any connection with school because they are classes online. And well, on my week, I was making some works because in these days I have some delivers, and I was working also in the task force, and I have had some interviews for a job that I applied.
I don't know if it's only me, but the sound sounds kind of funny, like if she is rushing.
Yeah, yeah. Could you please repeat about the... I'm sorry, I didn't hear you well.
Uh, Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
I was telling you that I was doing some tasks, some works of the university because in these days I have been finished some works. I'm with the subject research project, and I was working on that. And also I was developing some activities because in these days there are delivers of some works, and also I have a attempt to a job.
Okay. How about the foundation? That you contact them? Have you heard about something about them?
Well, in my case, with the school and that I was doing the practice, the internship, the teacher said that it has been difficult the transition to the virtual education because many of the students don't have the resources or internet connection. So what they have tried is to record some classes and give a lot of work from the book because they have an institutional book. And he has tried to make some activities, share videos because not all the students have internet connection or can have a good connection. But some classes are in a synchronous way, but others no.
So they haven't asked you anything new, other
No,
workshops?
no. I told to the teacher that if he needs some materials or something, he could ask, but he are basing the classes on the English book. And also they have a platform and they send all the tasks for that platform and videos from YouTube.
Okay. Nevertheless, you're going to send the tasks, the 3 and 4 to them, to use, for them to use that material, okay? Thank you. Andrea, I was asking you, I thought you were the one that was talking at I got confused. About the foundation, I want to ask you what happened there, if you haven't heard from them, if you have talked to them.
Well, yes, I did talk to the person in charge of the foundation, and since I told you, we were working with two schools, but unfortunately, the schools got into a kind of a no fight. I think they have a vision different than the foundation has regarding the English club. Why? Because they try to charge the parents to get into the activities that we were planning for them to do. So, well, obviously the foundation didn't approve that part. So the schools were like, well, but we need to get some kind of money from this because it still is work. But the foundation was like, no, because they're just practitioners and they're just giving their work like a complement to everything that they are doing as they practice. So finally, the agreement was that we work with the foundation and we will publish on their webpage the materials we are preparing for the kids that are part of the foundation, because the schools were trying to charge the parents for that job. So unfortunately, that was something that we definitely didn't agree with. And the foundation was very clear about that with the schools. And they say like they didn't have any other option, the schools. So they have to say, okay, yes, you better do it through the foundation and it's not a problem. So for us was actually a better way to work it out. I have already, without counting the third task, I have already done 2 projects for the foundation about English. One of them is infography that tells why it's important for the kids to learn English, talking about the brain and all the brain input and everything that you can get if you get a second language. And I also made a little flyer about the origin of English as a language. So that's so far what I have been working on.
Okay, great. I'm gonna ask you please to send me those products, the evidence that you uploaded that to the foundation website or something, an email or whatever evidence you have, because the leaders and directors are asking us for that evidence due to the fact that you're not doing the practice face-to-face in a face-to-face environment. So please send me those products you've done for me
Okay.
to save the evidence. Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Okay,
Should I
Jenny.
ask the foundation to write something to, sorry, tutor, I have a question.
Yes, tell me.
Should I ask the foundation to kind of give me some evidence that I'm giving them those things, or just sending them to you? Is that okay?
The evidence that you send that to them could be an email or whatever the mean was, because you send that material. So that's the evidence that I need. The
Okay.
directors are
Okay.
worried
Okay.
about the contribution we do to the schools in this moment with the virus and everything, because we need to keep those convenience and those schools available for the next students, that's why. So please,
I'm sorry,
that's
something is
the
going on with my sound. I can't not hear anybody.
really, oh my god. Now, and the rest of you hear me?
Yes, Miss, I can.
Yes,
So I think it's your sound,
yes, I can
Maria.
too.
So I was telling you, please send me the evidence of the email or whatever you have when when you send that material to the foundation, okay? And the material, of course.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Sure.
Thank you, perfect. Okay, dears. Okay, Jenny, I want to ask you about your experience during these weeks with the CINEP and the virtual community.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. With the CINEP, it's hard because the students don't participate in forum, and it's difficult to do something because I try to put some information for start discuss or something like that, but now is impossible. I think the reason is because when you are at school, sometimes you don't like or doesn't matter English, and it's the situation with CINEP. It's hard for the April the 3rd. Yes, April the 3rd. All students will have a small homework is to do some material about the future. I try to do a small video using Powtoon and a presentation for review the family vocabulary. And yesterday the teacher was really sorry because only 2 students present this homework for the practice, and the other students no. And it's hard with CINEP because the CINEP students don't participate and the bachelor students don't work too. It's a hard dynamic in CINEP.
Okay, excuse me. I want to clarify you something. So you don't worry about that, okay? Remember that I told you that it was hard, the participation. You just have to put products, your products. It doesn't matter if they don't participate or comment immediately, you know. They're going to see that sooner or later, okay? At the end of the task, they're going to go to the forum and probably they're going to see your products, your slides, your OVs, OVAs, or whatever you want to do. So focus on that, okay? Focus on do good material for CINEP and put them there in the forum as an evidence, okay? Don't worry if they participate or if they don't participate. They normally don't participate. So don't worry about that, okay? If they participate, okay, you can make a feedback or something like that, okay? But if they don't, you don't worry about that, okay? You just put the evidence, you just put your products, a good message, a good material, a good slide, good slides or something like that. And you also have the online community where you can do your classes and complete the hours. So don't worry about it. And you just put the information.
Yes. And with the community, it's okay because I feel more comfortable because when I started, I was really stressed. I feel really bad with the community, but the last weeks I feel better. Yesterday I had 3 classes and I have today 2 classes more. And it's fine because I feel the students learn some vocabulary, some phonetics tips for improve the pronunciation, and the community is fine. I prepare all my classes, I have my slides, and I take in mind the suggestions about the picture and give more opportunity for talk about different topics, and I feel good. It's okay.
Great, Jenny. Thanks for telling us. And thank you for your contribution. Okay, today we're going to talk about the guide 4. I haven't shared this guide because it needs the signature of the dean. And the dean hasn't had the time to sign the permission, you know. But this is the guide. This is the activity final version, and this is not going to change. I guarantee that. So I'm going to show you. It is similar. It's almost the same activities that I have shared in the last message that I sent, but it has something different. Could you please confirm if you see my screen?
Yes, please.
Well, in my case, no. I think that is loading.
Okay, let me
Me
know,
neither.
please. Let me know when you can see the screen. Okay, ready?
Nope.
No yet.
Oh my God. Now,
Now, yes.
Well, in my case, now yet. Ah, no. Now, yes, I can. Now I can.
yes? Who said that? Jenny can see the screen, right? Who
Yes,
said that? Valeria already can see the screen. Valeria?
I can too.
Okay, so Andrea?
Yes, I can.
Me too. Me too. Don't worry. I can
Okay,
look.
girls. So the first task was the mind map. It's still the task, okay? It is still part of the task with the same tools, with the same tutorial, the same topics, okay? Valeria asked me
But
if she could
I see a
use,
double screen on your screen. Like you have one screen open. We see something in front of the file. There, better. Thank you.
okay. Valeria asked me if she could use another tool to make the mind map. I would suggest this one, but if she considers the other option is better, you can do it, okay? But I recommend you to use this one, that is the one that is approved by the leaders and etc. Okay, so I recommend you to include many concepts as you can, make connections, categories, the concepts that are depending on those categories, the connections between the concepts, the connectors words. I recommend you to evidence reflection and reading process through the map, okay? So when you include a lot of concepts, you can do a lot of connections and get better conclusions. The first tag had, the last guide, sorry, has like a conclusion from the map. In this guide, I didn't have that part, in this A part, but at the end, you're going to have the conclusion. So it's almost the same. Also, we're going to develop the simulator task. In the practical environment, you're going to find the simulators, two simulators. One of them is classroom management. That's the one you're going to do. It is very easy. You just have to make a good argumentation, use the contents of the course, other references that you have read in order to support your arguments. The instructions are in the guide, so they are very easy. And finally, you're going to do the virtual classroom. You're going to use Google Classroom. I don't know if you have used this tool. It is, I think, similar from the tool that Andrea is going to uh, explain us, remember? Something like that, okay? So the instructions are also in the guide. You have a tutorial, to see, in case you haven't used that, to see how to use Google Classroom. The idea is that you do a class, okay? And the final reflection. In this final reflection, I want you to tell me about the mind map, about the the Google Classroom, the simulator. I don't think this is a good strategy for us, for example, the simulator. Why not? You're able to say, even if you agree or if you disagree with something or some contents or something in the process, always I say that please make good arguments with a good support. Cite the authors in a style, right? But of course, you can include your opinions, your experiences. I would love to read about the experiences of Jenny with the Google Classroom and the virtual community, or Valeria or Andrea. Okay, so I think it's clear. The guide is not complicated. Maybe the Google Classroom is a little bit, well, it takes more time than the other two tasks, but it's not complicated at all, okay? And here we have the rubric, mind map, simulator task, Google Classroom, and reflection, okay? I don't know if you have any doubt. I'm going to share this by tomorrow, I guess, okay?
Excuse me, Miss.
Yes.
For me, is the same get or is
No,
the
I
is
forget
the
that
other?
you're, sorry,
Yeah.
I forget that you're from CINEP. No, you have the other guide. I'm sorry.
Okay, perfect.
I'm
No,
so
because
sorry.
I was scared because I did for my tax 3 the simulator.
Yes, don't worry.
Okay, okay. I continue with the older guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Miss.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, this is for Andrea and Valeria. I don't know, as I told you, I'm going to share this by tomorrow.
Tutor, I have a question.
Yes.
So, as you said, this is a guide. And
Hello. I can hear you. Hello.
with more activities.
What? I didn't hear you. Hello. Hello. Okay, hello.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Yes,
can
now
hear.
I can hear you.
Okay, Valeria, I think
I
she
was
was.
asking, yes, I was asking if this is a new guide with more activities for task 4. Is it correct?
Yes.
So the deadline for task 4 is not going to be on April 20, or is going to
No,
be?
no. The deadline is the same deadline from the agenda. Okay, 8 May.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Because I was scared because in the last guide, I just saw the min map activity, and now I was like, oh, I didn't see the classroom activity. I was
Yes.
afraid of that.
Yes, because remember that I said that we were waiting for the government decisions to see what was going to happen after April 20th. As we already know what's going to happen, then we have to add some other activities in order to complete the time and the hours and etc. etc.
And that task for is going to have the same score, 200 points.
Yes, dear. Yes,
Okay.
200. Yes, we didn't want to modify the dates and the score, okay, the grades, because we already have an agenda, you already have some points, so it's just a change of activities, no more.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other doubt? No? No more doubts?
No, in my head. No.
Well, Jenny, do you have any doubt from your own guide? Because you have another guide.
Really, I don't review it.
Okay.
Because with the new problem with the quarantine and its schools and all that, I have a lot of work and I try to organize me again for start again the university tax.
Okay, what I can tell you is you're going to have lesson plans. You're going to do lesson plans. And don't worry, just adapt the classes you have for the virtual community, online community, to the format. Okay, the classes you plan, you can adapt that and write it in the formats. Okay, that's like the only recommendation I have for you.
Is the long format?
Yes, but you just
okay.
But it is long because it has examples and descriptions, you know, but in the practice it's not so long. Why it is so long? Because I'm just asking for 3 lesson plans in the whole period, okay? I'm not asking a lesson plan for every class you do. Just 3 for the whole classes you do, okay? That's why.
Okay, Miss.
Okay, girls, thank you for your time. I don't know if you have any other doubts.
Tutor, I have a question because in the guide says that we have to make the 3 lesson plans. In each one of the lesson plan, we have to take the 4 basic skills, like all of them have to have.
You are not going to do that guide. You're going to do this guide, the guide that I already showed you, the contingency guide, the alternative guide. Okay.
So I don't look at the one that was in the first.
No, in the collaborative forum, no, you're not going to do that guide. As well as task 3, that we had a different guide, an alternative guide, because of the virus and everything. We also going to have a guide for this stage 4. And it's different from the forum guide.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
So as I was telling you, I'm going to send this guide by tomorrow. Okay. So for you to start with the activities. Okay.
Okay. Tutor, after finish this call, I would like to know if there's any possibility to move these encounters on Saturday. It's because I get a new job, and the schedule is from 8 to 5 p.m.
To 5? 8
yes.
to 5?
Yes.
And you can meet with us at night, like 6
Yes.
p.m.
Yes. At night. Yes, of course.
What do you think, girls? We can move the time from 6 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Yes, but the next week I can because I will change my schedule for the community. With your recommendation, I have my practice in night.
Oh, yes, you have your practice at night. That's right. You're completely right. I'm looking for the schedule and I don't find it. Anybody has this?
And Jenny, maybe at 5, can you or you can't?
Next week I can because my practice is from 5 p.m. until 7 p.m.
Ah, okay.
But if you
And you can at 7 p.m.
But if you want the next week and decide today the new change, I can to change my practice program.
I was looking for the sessions. Okay, April 20th. April 20th is the next encounter. So you say it's Monday, April 20th. At what time we can meet on April 20th? At 7:30? Just 30 minutes.
Yes, I can, because I ending at 7 o'clock.
And the girls?
Yes, I can too.
Perfect. Andrea? Oh,
I think
Andrea, are
that she
you
has
there?
disconnected.
Andrea's lost? Oh my God. Well, let's hope that she can do it too. So let's see. I can hear anyone. Well, girls, thanks for your attendance. So see you April 20th at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much. Andrea, did you hear?
No, I didn't. He kicked me out of
Now
the.
you can hear me?
Now I can.
Okay. We plan our next encounter on April 20th at 7:30 p.m. Is that good for you?
April 20, 7
Yes.
p.m. Yes, it's okay.
Perfect. So see you in next Monday. Thank you, girls.
Thank you so much for your comprehension. Have a good
Okay.
day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.